Here's a psychological fact you're not ready for. Most manipulative people don't control you with authority. They control you with soft words. Phrases that sound completely normal but slowly erode your self-esteem, your judgment, and your boundaries without you even noticing. And if you don't recognize them, you'll end up doubting yourself, questioning your reality, and accepting treatment you never should have tolerated. Today, I'm going to reveal the 7 most dangerous manipulative phrases that toxic people use to control you. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot them, understand the psychology behind why they work, and most importantly, how to protect yourself before it's too late. Because here's the thing, these phrases don't just hurt you once, they reprogram how you think, how you feel, and how you see yourself. And that's exactly what we're going to break down today. Understanding psychological manipulation. Before we dive into the specific phrases, you need to understand something critical. Manipulation works because it targets your emotions, not your logic. A manipulator doesn't need to convince you they're right. They just need to make you feel wrong. They don't need facts. They need your guilt, your fear, your need to be loved. The 3 pillars of emotional manipulation. First, guilt induction. They make you feel responsible for their emotions, their problems, even their behavior toward you. You become the fixer, the accommodator, the one who always has to give in. Second, reality distortion. They make you question your own perception. Did that really happen? Am I overreacting? Maybe I'm the problem. This is called gaslighting, and it's one of the most psychologically damaging tactics. Third, emotional debt. They keep a mental scoreboard of everything they've done for you, and they cash it in whenever you set a boundary or stand up for yourself. Now let's break down the actual phrases, and I want you to pay close attention because if you've heard even one of these repeatedly, you need to take action. Phrase number 1, I'm only telling you this because I care about you. This phrase sounds innocent, right? Loving, even, but psychologically, it's a trap. Here's what it actually does. It disarms your defenses before the attack. Your brain hears I care about you and automatically opens up, becomes receptive, lowers its guard. Then comes the criticism. And now, if you get upset, if you defend yourself, you look like the ungrateful one. You're rejecting their care. The psychological mechanism. Social psychology research shows that when criticism is wrapped in apparent affection, our brains accept it with far less resistance, even when it's unfair, untrue, or destructive. After hearing this phrase, you don't feel helped. You feel questioned. You feel small. You feel like something's wrong with you. Real life example. I'm only telling you this because I care about you, but you're getting a bit sensitive lately. You take everything the wrong way. See how that works? They just called you oversensitive, but you can't defend yourself without proving their point. Phrase number 2, you're overreacting. This is one of the most psychologically destructive phrases in existence. And here's why. It doesn't address the problem. It discredits your perception of reality. When someone repeatedly tells you you're overreacting, you start to doubt your emotions, ask permission to feel justify behaviors that hurt you, minimize your own pain. The long-term damage. Over time, this phrase rewires your brain. You stop trusting yourself. You become easier to control because you've lost confidence in your own judgment. And here's what most people don't realize. Intelligent, strong, capable people fall for this because the manipulation is gradual. It's not one big lie. It's 1,000 small distortions. Now, before we continue, if this video is already opening your eyes to patterns you've been experiencing, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because I create content every week to help you recognize toxic behavior, build emotional strength, and protect your mental health. Drop a like if you appreciate this information. It helps more people find these videos and protect themselves. And leave a comment below telling me, have you heard any of these phrases? Which one hit home the most? I read every comment, and your experiences help others realize they're not alone. All right, let's keep going because the next phrases are even more dangerous. Phrase number 3, after everything I've done for you. Here comes manipulative guilt in its purest form. This phrase completely derails the conversation. It doesn't matter if you're right. It doesn't matter if you set a healthy boundary. Now you're in emotional debt. The psychological trick. The manipulator doesn't want to solve the problem. They want you to feel bad for bringing it up in the first place. What? This creates, you start apologizing for things you didn't do wrong. You accept mistreatment to repay. Past kindness, you feel obligated instead of loved. Remember this, healthy love doesn't keep score. Healthy love doesn't send you an invoice every time you speak up for yourself. Phrase number 4, no one will ever love you like I do. This isn't romance. This is psychological isolation. The 3 goals of this phrase. First, make you reduce your options. You start thinking, maybe they're right. Maybe I'm not that lovable. Maybe this is as good as it gets. Second, make you afraid to lose them. Even when they hurt you, even when you're miserable, you stay. Because what if they're right? What if no one else wants you? Third, make you tolerate the intolerable. You accept less and less because you believe you don't deserve more. The truth nobody tells you. The danger isn't hearing this once. The danger is hearing it so many times that you start to believe it. That's when emotional dependency becomes a prison. Phrase number 5. If you really loved me, you'd do this for me. This is pure emotional blackmail. Notice what's happening. They're not asking for something. They're testing your love. The psychological brutality of this phrase. If you comply, they learn they can demand more and more. Your boundaries disappear. If you refuse, you're labeled as the one who doesn't love enough. The manipulator turns your affection into currency, into a bargaining chip. Healthy love is about choice. Manipulation is about emotional obligation. Phrase number 6. Everyone agrees with me. You're the only one who thinks like that. Here comes manufactured social pressure. Even if it's not true, even if it's completely made up, your brain hates feeling isolated. What they want you to do, doubt your own judgment. Feel like the problem is you stay silent to avoid being the difficult one. This phrase isn't seeking consensus. It's seeking your silence. Pro tip, next time someone says this, ask them, really, who specifically said that? Watch them scramble. Phrase number 7, I am who I am. If you don't like it, leave. This phrase shuts down all dialogue. There's no accountability, no possibility of change, just pressure for you to adapt. The real translation, my behavior is non-negotiable. Your well-being is. Why this is dangerous? It frames any request for respect as you being demanding. It makes you feel like you're asking for too much when you're just asking for basic decency. How to protect yourself. Now that you know the phrases, here's what you need to remember. Don't just analyze the words. Notice how you feel after conversations. If you constantly feel guilty, confused, small, insecure, like you're walking on eggshells, that's not healthy communication. That's manipulation. 3 protection strategies. Strategy number 1, trust your gut. If something feels off, it probably is. Your intuition recognizes patterns before your conscious mind does. Strategy number 2, document patterns, write down what was said and how you felt. Manipulators count on you forgetting or doubting your memory. Strategy number 3, set firm boundaries. I'm not open to being spoken to that way. That doesn't work for me. I need you to stop. You don't need to explain. You don't need to justify. Your boundary is enough. Here's what I want you to take away from this video. You are not crazy. You are not too sensitive. You are not asking for too much. If someone consistently makes you feel that way, the problem isn't you, it's them. Recognizing these manipulative phrases is the first step. The second step is taking action, and that might mean setting boundaries, limiting contact, walking away entirely. I know that's scary. I know it's hard, but staying in a situation where your reality is constantly questioned, where your emotions are weaponized against you, that's even harder. You deserve relationships where your feelings are validated, your boundaries are respected, your voice matters. You don't have to defend your worth. And if you're not getting that, it's time to make some changes. Before you go, subscribe to this channel if you want more psychology-based content that helps you protect your mental health and recognize toxic patterns before they destroy you. Hit the like button if this video helped you see something clearly for the first time. Drop a comment and let me know. Which phrase have you heard the most? Let's build a community where we support each other. And finally, watch the next video I'm recommending because we're going to talk about the specific behaviors of emotionally manipulative people and how to spot them before you get too deep. Remember, awareness is power, and you just became a whole lot more powerful. I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourself. You're worth it.